Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Ann, and today I want to talk to you about Daniel chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. In this chapter and verse, it talks about two characters that people have had many discussions on as to who these two characters are. These two characters are called one like the Son of Man, and the other one is called the Ancient of Days. Let's read these verses in Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. Verse 13 says, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him before him. So in this first verse, verse 13, we see that someone like the Son of Man is being brought to someone else who is called the Ancient of Days. So the question is, who is the one like the Son of Man, and who is the Ancient of Days? Let's read verse 14. Verse 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nation, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Now, as I said, we have two beings that we need to correctly identify before we can understand who is being given dominion, glory, and a kingdom, and who is doing the giving of the dominion, glory, and a kingdom. Once we have correctly identified these characters, everything else will fall correctly into place or into place correctly. Now, I'm going to make this brief. I'm going to tell you up front who these beings are. Because you see, I am a bottom line person. I like for people to give me the bottom line first. So that is exactly what I'm going to do for you now. I will tell you the identity of these two characters. Then I will give you the supporting information on how I came to my conclusion. Now, if you have specific questions on my conclusion or on the supporting information that I have provided, just remember that my comment section will be open and you can ask me what you want about what I have said, and I will do my best to explain how I got to my conclusion. And also, I will be happy to consider what you have to say in defense of your opinion if it is different from mine. So keep that in mind. So, this is my conclusion. This is what I believe. This is what I believe about these two beings in Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14. Now, I believe that the first being, the one who is referred to as the Ancient of Days, is Jesus Christ. Yes, Jesus Christ is the Ancient of Days in this verse. We know that because in Daniel 7:22, you can go over and check that. It tells us that the Ancient of Days is the one that will come and he will bring judgment on the beast system. So go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 22, and it talks about the Ancient of Days is the one that will come. So now to the second being or character. The second character, the one who is said to be like the Son of Man, is the man-child of Revelation chapter 12, verse 5. And he is the Son of Jesus Christ. We are told in Revelation chapter 12, verse 5, that he, meaning the man-child, will rule the nations with a rod of iron. Yes, he is. Yes, it does say he will rule the nation with a rod of iron also. And in this same verse, we see that he is caught up to God and to his throne. Also remember, Daniel 7, chapter 7, verse 13 and 14 is an end time vision, meaning that it is a vision that was shown what will happen in the end time, even though it was written by Daniel, who lived thousands of years before now. And it was written thousands of years before the revealing of the man-child. But you see, Jesus knew that the man-child would be born. So that's why that vision actually includes the man-child. That is why Jesus is the Ancient of Days, and the man-child of Revelation 12:5 is the Son of Man. Again, Jesus is the Ancient of Days, who is the one who is bestowing dominion, glory, and a kingdom to the man-child of Revelation 12:5. Now, I tried to make this clear in the let me see what I'm telling in the little picture that I have for my video thumbnail. I tried to make this clear. Jesus is an Ancient of Days, and the man-child is the one like the Son of Man. Now, because of the fact that the Son of Man was not to be revealed until thousands of years after Daniel wrote the vision, people could not factor him into this vision. But again, Jesus knew that he was going to be revealed. And in fact, the man-child was not revealed until around this year sometime, but he was actually born on November 2nd, 2024. No one really knew about him until now, but he has been born. And that is why so many people have come along and tried to identify who the man-child was, and they would actually try to take his identity. But all the different identities that people have said that the man-child was, in fact, some people say that Israel is a man-child. Some people were saying that the church was the man-child. Some people even said that Jesus Christ was the man-child. But all of those identity associations were wrong. The man-child is an individual, and he is actually the second person, or the one like the Son of Man, that's listed in that Daniel 7 prophecy. So now that you know who the two beings are in Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14, I will now give you some additional information on how I came to the conclusion that the man-child is actually the Son of Man, and other information on how I got to exactly where I am. So stay tuned. That is coming up in just a second or two.
The man-child is the one like the Son of Man, Support information. In order for me to provide my support information for my conclusions on who the two beings of Daniel 7 verses 13 to 14 are, I decided to search the internet to see who others are saying these beings are. Most said that Jesus is the one like the Son of Man, and they said that the Ancient of Days is the Father. Even though that is not correct, I could understand it. I mentioned earlier that some believe that the nation of Israel was the Son of Man. I guess I did not really understand how Israel could think that they were the Son of Man in Daniel 7 verses 13 to 14, but they do. I believe this is where I will have the most questions or push back on my conclusions. Because of that, I looked into what they believe, and this is what I found. 1. To my understanding, the rabbi in Judaism have a different interpretation of the Daniel 7 verses 13 to 14 text. They believe that the one like the Son of Man is the nation of Israel. Remember I mentioned that before. I said that some in Israel believe that Israel is the Son of Man. They believe that the Son of Man is corporate Israel, or the whole nation of Israel. It is true that when the book of Daniel was written, it was talking about Jesus being the Son of Man coming on the clouds, and it was God the Father present as the Ancient of Days. This would have been the correct interpretation of the scriptures by those living during that time, because the fullness of time had not come. But even then, this was a single Son of Man, being and not a corporate, or nation of Israel beings. In fact, in Daniel's day, Jesus had not come as Messiah, nor had he been acknowledged as the Son of God. The prophecy of Jesus coming on the cloud is an end-time prophecy, and one that happens at the fullness of time. When the fullness of time comes, it will also be the time when the manchild of Revelation 12 verse 5 would have been revealed. You will see that it is Jesus who is the Ancient of Days, and he is the one who comes on the cloud where every eye sees him. It is Jesus who is the Ancient of Days, and it is the manchild who is the one like the Son of Man. See Daniel 7 verse 22. This means that Jesus is the one that will come in power and glory, but the Son of Man is not the Ancient of Days, but is the Son of Jesus Christ or the manchild. As you can see, there is no place for Israel as a nation or for any corporate body to be included as the Son of Man. In Daniel 7, this includes Christians. It just does not fit. The Son of Man is a single being. That is all I have for my support information. The key point that I want you to remember is that it all revolves around the revealing of the manchild. Daniel 7 is an end-time prophecy which could not be understood until the end time. It was waiting on the great Revelation 12 sign, the birth of the manchild. Shalom until next time. Please leave me your comments and questions. I do want to talk to you about this. Also, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.